Okay, welcome to BlogDash.com. This is a short demonstration to showcase you how BlogDash can work for you to basically save you time and cut your costs, because at the end, time is money. When you're looking to develop either a blogger outreach campaign to have the word spread for your brand or for your business, BlogDash is an excellent tool for you to utilize to basically access our database of over 225,000 bloggers. I'll get started here. You should see on your screen 5 big tabs here in the upper middle. You got Create, Find, Pitch, and Engage, and then you got Profile. Ignore Profile. That's if you sign up with BlogDash. You just manage your account settings and set your username and password. So you basically work with 4 tabs, and it's very user-friendly. So the first step is to basically develop a campaign or create a campaign. So what you want to do here basically is brainstorm some ideas, develop a campaign goal for the campaign, provide the blogger instructions, what their job duties are for the post, and you basically want to give it a name for the opportunity and a start-end date of when the campaign will begin and end. And all your blogger outreach marketing campaigns will be saved in this box here. I'll pull one example that we developed last year for Red Carpet Manicure. So basically what we did here is write a few paragraphs in the beginning describing what the business and the product is about so the bloggers can have a clear understanding. So what we wrote was that Red Carpet Manicure is a first at-home lead gel manicure system. It's about a trend of do-it-yourself application. And in the second paragraph, we go on to say how it's a celebrity favorite with Rihanna and Jennifer Lopez. And in the final paragraph, we go on to say how the nail polish lasts for weeks and it's a fast, safe, and easy application, and that it's been featured in magazines like Self, Health, and Essence and won some awards. So that's what you want to do in the beginning. And then the next step is to basically provide the blogger instructions for this campaign. So instruction number 1, we wrote you must publish a post on your blog of at least 100 words in length about the trend of nail art and Red Carpet Manicure as a leader in the nail art category. Instruction number 2, we wrote, your post should also include at least 2 photos from the attachments below. So within our software, you could also upload photos and videos and send them over to the bloggers and have them attach that on their blog post. And then continuing here, we wrote, you should announce that a sweepstakes will be taking place on the Red Carpet Manicure Facebook page. Which brings us to our final instruction where we explain the campaign goal. So the goal is to get followers to visit the Red Carpet Manicure Facebook page and ultimately like it. That's it. And here we're providing a tracking code to include in each post, which will track all the Facebook likes and where they're coming from, which brings us to blogger compensation, the final step of your campaign. So what you want to do here is either tell the blogger if you're paying them a cash compensation or you're offering them maybe a sample of your product, or maybe it's an affiliate program where you pay a commission for every sale they generate or refer to you. Here, the owner of Red Carpet Manicure, Tanya, decided to compensate the bloggers with a prize draw or a contest. She utilized 29 bloggers for her campaign and decided to compensate the top 10 with prizes or samples of her product. So first prize was $250 sample of her product. Second prize was $100. Third prize was just the kit, and then prizes 4 to 10 included a T-shirt, a bag, and some polishes. Then at the end, you basically want to provide a deadline for when the post should be written by. It's a good idea also to provide your client's website or your website along with social media channels in case the bloggers want to learn more about the business. So this is what you would develop in step number 1 in the Create tab in the box shown here. And then if you scroll below here, this is where you talk about blogger compensation. So you could either have paid or unpaid campaign opportunities. There's different forms of compensation. You could offer a sample of your product. You could offer a cash payment. If you have another creative idea, click here for get in contact for more details. You could also offer the bloggers vouchers or free entrance to an event, or maybe enter them into a prize draw, or even offer them a link for SEO purposes. Whatever the case may be, you save your campaign, and all your campaign opportunities will be saved in this box here, so you can have quick access to them. And then once you're done with step number 1, you want to move to step number 2, and this is where you'll be spending most of your time trying to sift through our database of bloggers using our filtering system. Now, we have about 226,000 plus bloggers as of today. Our list grows by 100 to 200 bloggers daily, so by sometime next year we should be over 300,000 bloggers. So there will always be a steady influx of bloggers coming into the database for you to use for future campaigns. So you see this number up here will be updated on a daily basis. So today it's 226,425. Your bloggers will always appear here on the left-hand side to see all their profiles on the left-hand side, and you could scroll through all 226,000 of them, but it would take you hours. So what you want to do is use our filtering system here on the right. We have a series of 56 filters that could help you find the exact right blogger that you're looking for your campaign. So here you got all these categories you could play around with. In our example, let's say for red carpet manicure was a category for shopping, and the subcategory was beauty. So you see we have also subcategories, and then depending on the subcategory, you'll have different filters pop up. Like here, we have the cost focus if it's budget cosmetics or expensive products. We've got the target audience that you could set to men or women, or if it's both, you set it in the middle. And if it's the type of product, if it's functional or cosmetic, in our case, it's more cosmetic. And then we've got the first set of filters, which is the pitch preferences. So if you click here, basically, what you're saying is you want to pull out from the database all the bloggers that are willing to receive gifts or products to review, or maybe offer them a sample of your product for them to work for you. By clicking here, you want to pull out all the bloggers that do allow sponsored giveaways on the blog. Let's say you want to do a sponsored giveaway on a couple of blogs. If you click here, you'll pull out all the bloggers that wouldn't mind writing for you on their website. Maybe you want to develop your inbound marketing strategy or for SEO, and you need bloggers to write on a consistent basis. Maybe click here for bloggers that do like this pitch preference and have indicated that. If you click here, basically you want to pull out all the bloggers that do allow receiving guest posts. Maybe you want to write a guest post on a blog so you could target their audience. By clicking here, let's say you have an event in Miami, Florida next week and you need 3 bloggers to travel and cover it. Click here for bloggers that are open to receiving invitations to cover events. By clicking here, if let's say you want to offer 20% commission for every sale a blogger generates, click here for bloggers that are open to participating in affiliate programs. If you want to advertise on blogs, click here for bloggers that do allow advertising on their sites. And if you want to offer a cash payment to a blogger to write a blog post, click here for bloggers that accept paid opportunities. I mean, everybody from our database will accept cash. This is probably the most sought after pitch preference. And then you got unpaid opportunities. I mean, you'll have to pitch more, but there are bloggers that will do it for free if it's a good match for their audience and it's relevant content. Sometimes bloggers do get writer's block. They don't know what to write about. So if you present them with a good content idea, they may write for free. Then this brings us afterwards to the social filters, and here it gets more fun. So you could tell our database, well, listen, I need bloggers with a minimum of 2,600 Twitter followers. I need bloggers with a minimum of 1,000 Facebook likes, and they got to have a cloud score of 50 and over. This is probably the most important social media metric in our database. Anything over 50, you can pull out all the influencers. By definition, an influencer is a blogger that has a cloud score of 50 and over, which means they have a more engaged audience on their social media channels. There's more conversations, more tweeting, more sharing with friends, liking, and so on. So pay attention to the cloud score. Then you also have Google Plus and YouTube. And this is important because when you're developing a blogger outreach campaign, you want the blogger obviously to write on their blog the post, but then it's a good idea to tell them to also distribute that post on their Twitter page, Facebook page, Pinterest page, Google Plus page, whatever the case may be. So it could become more viral, and you could have people commenting about your business or product, tweeting about it, sharing it, and so on. So that's the social filters. Then you've got the SEO filters, page rank being the most important. Ideally, you want to be dealing with bloggers with at least a page rank of 2 and over, okay? But bloggers tend to be between 0 and 6. So there are no blogs in page rank 7, 8, 9, 10. That's reserved for news websites, government websites, .orgs, and so on. After that, you got domain authority. You want to make sure that a blog doesn't have a history of spam. Set that to at least 30. You got Alexa rank. If you want to set that in the top 1 million blogs in the world or websites in the world, top 500,000. This is a ranking system that tells you roughly what their traffic is on a weekly basis. And then you got the Moz filters, if you're familiar with those. So that's basically for SEO. Then you got gender. So depending on your campaign, you may want only male bloggers or female bloggers or both. Presence of children, if you click yes here, you'll pull out all the mommy bloggers. The mommy bloggers are very influential. They have very engaged audiences, and they could blog about any topic. They're very popular with consumer products, mostly. So if you got anything in fashion, beauty, anything that relates to children's products, even technology products, automobiles, housing, food and drink restaurants, I mean, they could blog about everything. They're usually the shoppers in the house and decision makers. Then you got location. So, I mean, on our database, you could find bloggers under nation. So you could go type in United States. Then you could also find bloggers by state. Let's say you need a couple bloggers from the state of California. Or you can even go by city. So if you want to put Boston in there. So city, state, country. Okay. And then you got languages. 80% of our bloggers blog in English. About 20% blog in these languages here. So we've got a good presence in Western Europe. Most likely smartphone users, you want to make sure if you have a mobile app that the blogger has a mobile phone to be able to review that app. And then at the end here, you got some other interests and behaviors that you could play around with, do some more filtering, and then you apply your filter. And then your number from, let's say, 226 can drop to 1,000 bloggers, 50 bloggers, or even 2 bloggers, depends how well you filtered. And then they're going to appear here on the left, and you want to go through them one by one. And check out their profile to see if they're really a good match for your campaign. So what you want to do here is read a short bio that they have written on top. You could check out their metrics real quick, how many Twitter followers, Facebook followers they have, their page rank, and their cloud score. If you want to go directly to their blog, click here on the green, everything everywhere, and go to their blog and check it out. While you're doing your research, you could also do your research internally within BlogDash. So you could read the bloggers' latest blog posts by clicking here. And you can see their writing activity, how many posts they write each week in the past 2 months, and on the line in the blue tells you how many comments they got for that on that post. Okay, and then you could also check out their Twitter activity, see how active they are on Twitter in the past few days. And you could also see if they have any real-time web mentions on Google, YouTube, or Facebook, which Gary has none. And then when you go back to the profile, if you scroll down here, this is where you'll find their pitch policy, and this is what makes our database an opt-in list or an opt-in database. This is not scraped or bought. Bloggers come and find blogdash.com. They sign up. We ask them a series of questions, which becomes their pitch policy. So here we ask them, what kind of opportunities are you looking for? They say paid. He says paid. What kind of post do you write? He replies opinion, personal, and advice. What is the best method to pitch you? It's email or in person. Next question, are there any general directions or policies that business which want to pitch you should know? The answer is pitches should be relevant to my site. Companies should be at least superficially familiar with my site and not contact me just to get a link for SEO purposes. And if you scroll here down below in the red, it's basically all the no's that they are not interested in doing. So they're not interested in open to receiving invitations to cover events, and he's not open to writing a guest post for business on their websites, and he doesn't specify how much he charges for writing a blog post. So I guess it's open to negotiation. So if you like Gary and you like this blogger, you think he's a good fit for your campaign, I mean, you could pitch him directly by clicking this button, or you could add him to a list. Here at BlogDash, we have all these existing lists for our clients. You could go ahead and create your own and click add. Then you go to Jonathan, you think he's a good match for your campaign, you click add. And you skip Darlene, you don't think she's such a good fit. You go to Adrian, you click add, and you keep adding bloggers until you're pretty happy with the number you've got that you want to potentially pitch. And then once you want to save it, you're ready to save that list of bloggers, you'll basically save it in this box here titled My List of Bloggers. So, for example, our client at Yoso Travel has 6 bloggers inside, Automotive has 21, Contour Health has 8, and so on. So you want to save these lists because in the future you may want to work with the same group of bloggers for a future campaign, so it's always good to have that handy. And then when you're done with saving a list, you're pretty much done with step number 2. I mean, you could go to step number 3 and pitch that list and see who responds and start working with those bloggers, but we recommend you skip that and do something that is optional. We recommend that you go engage with your bloggers before you pitch them. And why you want to engage with them, basically, bloggers are getting inundated with a lot of email nowadays from PR agencies, marketing agencies, corporations who are looking for their services to work with them on campaigns. So if you want to stand out of the crowd, it's best to engage with them as much as you can so they can recognize your name when you pitch them. So what you want to do here on the right is pick the list that you want to work with. So let's say you want to work with Automotive. You go to blog posts. So you could read any of the bloggers' on your list, their latest post, and add a comment. So if you click on add comment, it brings you to their page or blog post page. So let's say you read this post about evergreen software tutorials and how-to guides. You could leave a comment to meet the blogger and tell them great post on this software. Actually, we have a software that is better, more powerful, cheaper, whatever the case may be. Maybe you could compare us in the future, or maybe you could write a future post about us, and Amit might say great stuff. Send me an email with some more information, and maybe I will cover it in a few months. Or interview you regarding this software. So that's an example of engaging with your bloggers before you pitch them. And then you also have Twitter built inside BlogDash, so you could go ahead and reply to the bloggers' latest tweets and have an engaging conversation. This way, again, when they see your name in their inbox, they're more likely to say to themselves, oh yeah, I remember so-and-so. I spoke to him last month. I'm going to go ahead and open this up and see what it's about. So you basically want to avoid getting deleted. And I strongly recommend you engage with the bloggers that at least have a cloud score of 50 and over, because those bloggers tend to be busier and getting more requests from PR agencies and corporations. So basically that's pretty much for engage. Once you're done engaging with a blogger, you go to the final step, and that's to pitch the list of bloggers that you have saved on your list and match them to that campaign. So what do? You go here to your opportunities box. Remember, we created a campaign in step number 1 for Red Carpet Manicure. So you basically open that up. Let's open it here. And this is what the bloggers will see in their inbox. They're going to see the small summary about what the business or product is about. They're going to see the blogger instructions for their job duties for the post. And then at the end, they're going to see what's in it for them. So what's the compensation for the work that they're going to do. And then what you want to do here is open this up. Pitch all bloggers at once. And what you want to do here is click on this button, add all bloggers. Pick out your list. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, there was 30 bloggers in that list. It would populate all 30 email addresses in the recipient box. And then what you want to do is write a short personalized message using our merge tags. Okay, so merge tags allows you to personalize a message when you send it over to more than one person. So by clicking here, first name, hi first name, it will pick off all 30 first names from the list, and then you can write a short message like this. I'm a big fan of, pick out their publication name, which is their website name. That's a good idea. And you cover, and in our example, we're in the beauty. We're working with Red Carpet Manicure, so it's a sub-channel or a subcategory. Channel is a category. So you cover beauty the best. It's pretty short and sweet, so the blogger will see their first name, they're going to see the website name, so they're more likely to say to themselves that this is not spam or junk email. I'll go ahead and open it. So that's the whole idea behind the merge tags. And then you pitch the bloggers. And then when the bloggers are interested in working with you, you'll get a check mark marked interested next to their names. And the bloggers that decline your campaign opportunity, you'll get a logo looking like this. And the ones that haven't responded yet will basically sit empty until they do. So basically, that's the tour of the software. It's very simple. Create your campaign, step number 1, save it. Step number 2, go to our database using our filtering system. Try and find a list of bloggers that you want to potentially pitch and work with. And then step number 3, and this is optional, we recommend you go engage with that list of bloggers as much as you can to build up some rapport. And then the final step is to go ahead and pitch them and await for the results. One last feature I'll show you up here in the top right corner. Add bloggers. If you have an existing list, save it on Excel spreadsheet or CSV file of blogger names, websites, and email addresses, contact information, you could upload it in here. And this way you can manage all your blogger outreach marketing campaigns and communications within our software. So that is a short demo of what our software can do. We could cut your costs, save you time, because it would take you hundreds of hours to go on Google trying to find these bloggers manually. Here everything's automated and you're good to go. So I thank you for joining me for this presentation, and I hope to speak to you soon.